Hi guys, I'm Artie Poodle, and today in this video I'm gonna compare the Twinmarkers with professional markers, and that will be the Winsor&Newton Brushmarkers. I did a review of the Twinmarkers before. It was actually my first video on this channel and my only video where my face is in, so make sure to check out that video because I'm not gonna talk as widely as I did in that video about the Twinmarkers. So I'm gonna compare those two professional markers and very cheap dollar store markers. I guess the brush marker is about €2.50 till almost €4 in some stores, and the Twinmarkers, I guess it's one of the cheapest markers out there, and they are 33 cents a piece, and that's actually very cheap. And as you can see, I collected many colors. When I did my first video I had like something like 88 colors, and now I have like 96, so I didn't bought that much extra colors after that video, because I actually, after that video, I started to use the brush markers from Winsor&Newton, and I have almost 40 of them now. So, and those are pretty expensive, so I got them as a gift. I saved for them. I asked gift cards for holidays, for my birthday, things like that. So, and now it's actually time to compare those two markers. Can they compete actually? Can a 33 cents marker beat a marker that's way more expensive? I don't know, but I think they go side by side. I think it's gonna be a neck-on-neck race. I use those Twinmarkers a lot. I use them on other paper, so not really. I use them on marker paper, but not like a cardboard or cardstock or whatever you call it. So. And that's what I'm gonna do today. It's the first time that I'm gonna use them on decent marker paper, so I'm very excited for that. But first of all, I'm gonna show you all the metallic colors. They are red, white, gold, there is some silver, lots of different colors. And when I started with the white, there was something very special happening, and it was like magic to me. So I really needed to take a close-up from this with my phone, because I thought it was just very awesome when the ink dries that you can actually see the white really popping up in the page, and I think that's something really cool. And I had so much fun just using the white color, and just how it revealed itself on black paper. It was something special for me, something new. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna draw more with those white marker. And as you can see, you can't really layer them on this paper because it just rips the layer underneath, and yeah, it's not like looking the best. So one layer of these metallic markers would do. I used them on like the thin marker paper, really thin marker paper, and you could layer them pretty well on that paper. So, and this is a silver one. It's actually not showing that very hard like the white one on black paper, so that was a bit disappointing. But overall, all the colors are just like so vibrant on this paper, just beautiful. I just love those metallic markers, and you can't really see it on camera how they shift with the light and stuff, but I think in real life it looks really cool. So I would really recommend those metallic markers. And no, I don't have metallic markers from Winsor&Newton. I don't even know if they have metallic markers. So, and this is the result on white paper, so the silver is shown a little bit better on white paper. I didn't use them all because the other colors look just fine on white paper like they did on the black one. And this is the drawing that I'm gonna do. I did already made a sketch, and I already traced it to the same marker paper, just the same drawing. I'm gonna use the same colors, and I had some troubles with my fine liner. As you can see, I have smudges and smudges on the drawings. I have so many black spots where I don't want them, and it looks a little bit messy. But yeah, like I said in my previous videos, it's really this is caused by the fine liner and not really by me. Okay, it's my hand that smudges the black paper from the fine liner to the other part of the paper. So I actually needed to use like a paper underneath my hand so that I couldn't smudge the wet ink when I was fine lining. But yeah, it just happened. And I was actually using like a brush pen. I'm using the brush pen for like a few weeks now because my fine liners dried. And another weird thing, I started using the real thick, really awesome marker paper, and all of my markers, and I have so many different brands of fine liners not markers, they smudge on that paper, and it's really annoying because the paper is like expensive, especially compared to the paper that I was using before, this small thin paper. And actually almost none of the fine liners smudge on the thin paper as they do on the thick paper. And I was thinking like maybe I should let the ink dry on the thick paper like overnight, and I tried it, but it still smudges even when it has been drying for like 12 to 16 hours. So yeah, I just can't get my head I just can't wrap my head around it, how it comes. I'm gonna make a video about it a little bit later in the week probably. I ordered some Micron fine liners from Wish, so I'm gonna review those too, and I'm gonna make a video on how to use fine liners with marker paper, or which fine liners to use on which paper. And I'm gonna have like lots and lots of questions in the video probably that I'm not finding an answer for, but maybe you guys can find an answer so we can figure it out together. But overall I did use the Microns like in one drawing, and I really love those fine liners. So that's solved. So this is actually one of the last videos with the, I wouldn't say shitty fine liner, but it's like a brush pen and you can't really draw that really clean thin lines with a brush pen. So yeah, I'm happy that I can use like normal fine liners again. And for the purpose of this video, I really wanted to make like two different girls. I wanted to make some girl with like a light skin and a girl with darker skin, so that you can see how the skin tones look in the different brands of markers that I'm showing you in this video. And I just had really fun choosing the colors, and I actually did compare my swatches from the Winsor&Newton with the Twinmarker, so that before I started coloring, that I knew in which direction that I should go with the colors. And I think in that way that I nailed it. I think the colors from the Winsor&Newton and the Twinmarkers are almost identical. I wouldn't say the same. Identical is like a big word, but almost. And I think that's a pretty awesome thing to discover during making this artwork. And this is the point where I just started comparing different colors and started to look for the colors that I could use. And that took me a long time, but I really had fun with it because I have all these swatches, so it's pretty easy for me to find the color that fits the color of the Winsor&Newton brush markers. And of course I started with just the base tone, and I must say that I really wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting me to ever say that I love the light skin tone of the Twinmarkers better than the Winsor&Newton markers. The Winsor&Newton, the light skin tone, it looks like there is like a blush color in it. The color is called blush, literally, and that's the color that I used in the drawing, in this drawing. That's the color that I actually always use, but it's not like pinky enough. Do you know what I mean? It's like a little bit gray, it's not pink enough, and this color from the Twinmarkers is just the color that I expected it to be from the Winsor&Newton brush marker. That was a difficult sentence to say. So I wasn't actually expecting that, and that's something that's pretty remarkable, that a 33-cent Twinmarker, dollar store cheap alcohol marker with a bullet nib actually can beat a professional marker on its color. And I wrote on the internet before that many people are actually a little bit disappointed about the Winsor&Newton skin tone range of colors, and I actually do get those people. I'm using the Winsor&Newton markers for a long while, and that's something that bothered even me. And I'm not like a very professional artist, you know. I know how to draw and stuff, and I know how to use those markers. But yeah, the skin tone on the Winsor&Newton brush marker is a little bit disappointing, especially when you compare them with this marker. It's 33 cents, and I just love this color way more. Maybe it's something just personal, it could be, that's possible, but that's just something that really bothered me. The layering goes pretty well. I must say that I don't have actually anything to say about those markers. They just work fine, they are great, especially for the price. The colors are awesome. So if you're starting out with markers, I would really recommend them. But keep in mind, they don't come with a brush nib. So if you used the brush nib before, that's something that you're definitely gonna miss. But that's not a reason for not to buy them. Actually, those markers are pretty awesome, especially for the money you pay for them. It's just amazing. So I am gonna leave you guys to the drawing, and I'm gonna come back at the end of the video. There is nothing more to say, so I just would say enjoy the drawing, and I will come back to you. And here we are with the final product. The left one is the Winsor&Newton and the right one is the Twinmarker. And as you can see, both of colors look actually pretty awesome. The green is like not the same green, but I think most of the colors do match the colors of the other brand. So I really love the result, but I knew it was going to turn out like this. Beside of all the black smudges, I'm sorry for that. It's like, yeah, it's not looking the best, but I'm very happy with the result, and I would recommend those markers to anyone who is starting out with markers, to anyone who wants to experiment with them. And look at this, you can really see the difference between the skin tone. The left one is a Winsor&Newton and the right one is the Twinmarker, and I really love the light skin tone of the Twinmarker way more than from Winsor&Newton. And I actually don't love to say that because I love Winsor&Newton, but I do love the Twinmarkers too. They brought me a long way, and I'm gonna use them for a long time to come. And it's actually fun to combine those markers with like a professional marker. There is actually no limit in using them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did, especially making those art. I just love reviewing these cheap art products and making something with them or comparing them with professional markers. So if you would like to see me reviewing something else, then make sure to comment down below, and I see you in the next video. Bye!